Hello YNABers, my name is Jesse Meekum from YNAB. It stands for You Need a Budget. You do. We all definitely do. This is another Whiteboard Wednesday. Today, I want to talk a little bit more software-centric about the budget screen itself. On the sidebar, you'd click on budget and you see this screen here. Here would be where all your categories are. I just didn't want to draw them all out. And this area, you could kind of think of the focus being the now. On the right side, you have this other pane. If you select any number of categories, you'll see this pane pop up, and that is what we call the inspector. And that is more focused on the future. Taken as a whole, what you have now versus this kind of future-focused area, the inspector, that is what you use to plan, that's what you use to budget. So at the top, you'll have a little math that says, hey, here's how your category balance is made up, anything you had from last month, what you've spent so far this month, what you've budgeted, gets you your total. And then just recently, maybe a week ago, maybe a little more, we released another little section here where it tells you what your balance will be after taking into account your upcoming transactions. And those upcoming transactions will obviously give you a new category balance. We're experimenting here, seeing if this will help people recognize kind of the impact that those scheduled transactions will have. And of course the category tells you, with its color, if it's yellow, it's saying, hey, watch out for this. There's some transactions here that are coming up and we don't have enough budgeted funds for it. If you set a goal for a category, goals are very much future focused, then you'll have this goal section here. You can set it target by a balance by a date, just a balance overall, or a certain funding amount you want to hit every month where you budget a certain amount each month. Say you always want to budget $800 for groceries. You do that. So as you use the goal section, as you keep an eye on these upcoming transactions here, you're more future focused. Then coming back to this area, as you're moving down through the categories, just down arrow, down arrow, down arrow, you're able to get a little bit of that future context while looking at the here and now, and of course, given rule one, always looking at the whole and seeing the give and take that happens. If you give to A, you got to maybe take from B. That type of thing. So I just want to call your attention here. We call this the inspector. It's where you could be a little more future focused. And then obviously that is just information that you pull back into the present to make really, really solid decisions. Rule 2 comes into play here because you're looking at the goal setting and all that. Rule 1 where you're balancing those things out. And then obviously over time you're going to get to a point where you can start to maybe use the quick budget buttons that are there and just kind of budget things quickly and automatically and not have to be doing so much of the tedium and really spending more of your time on the hard things, which are things like deciding what your money should actually do, what you truly care about. So just want to bring that to your attention. Left side's kind of more the now. The right side inspector gives you a little more future context, and taken together, that makes up for some really good budgeting decisions. I will see you guys next week.